Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Gizmo Joe. Today we're going to be taking a look at something that's a little different. Basically, it's more of a public service announcement, a PSA, if you will. I'm a bit of a gamer. I like to play video games, and I've got a PS4 and I've got an Xbox One. And if you're a gamer, you know that modern games are huge. They're giant. 50 gigabytes, easy. Red Dead Redemption, I think, or Red Dead Redemption 2, I installed it the other day and it was 100 gigabytes, something like that. So the problem stems from the fact that the hard drives on the internal of your console, whether it's a PS4 or Xbox One, can fill up pretty quickly. And that's a problem because then you have to sort of uninstall games and reinstall games that you want to play. And it becomes very time consuming. So what's great about these modern consoles is that they have the ability for you to plug in an external hard drive. And that external hard drive is going to bump up your storage capability, obviously. There's a couple of caveats, like you have to have a USB 3 hard drive. That has to do with loading times and speeds and stuff like that. So you need a USB 3, so it needs to be something relatively recent. And I think it has to be a minimum of 256 gigabytes. So you can use a flash drive if you have one that's large enough. But most people are probably just going to use an external hard drive. Now, what drives me crazy is that you look around and, Seagate and has partnerships with Microsoft, I think, that create these game drives. And it's like they're usually more expensive than just the standard external hard drives. And I always thought it was a bit of a scam. So I said, you know what? Let me see what I can do. What's the cheapest option? So anyway, so what I found was I went on, Facebook Marketplace, and I was having a look at people's external hard drives, used external hard drives that they had for sale. And I came across this one, and I've always wanted one of these because I always thought they looked super cool, but they don't really make these anymore. This is a Samsung. I believe Samsung's hard drive business was purchased by Seagate or Western Digital, one of the big two. And so Samsung doesn't really make their own hard drives anymore because it got rolled into some other company. But this is the Samsung Story series. Now, obviously, this is quite large, so it's not a portable hard drive. It is, in fact, a desktop hard drive. So it's designed to sit on the desk. The only downside to this in terms of size and weight, but you also have to have a power cable. So it's just one of those barrel plugs there. But anyway, I bought this guy for $30 because I said, you know what, I needed an external drive for my Xbox. It was filling up quick. I just got Doom Eternal. I said, I need to, I don't want to uninstall stuff. I want to be able to, have all my games in one spot so that I can have them all just ready to go, ready to access. Anyway, so I found this particular drive. Again, it's the Samsung Story drive. And I always thought these were designed really, really coolly. They have this funky little knob at the front, and I'll go over what that is in just a second. But what's really cool about them is that they have this brushed sort of metal casing. It just feels really premium. It does have a decent amount of heft to it as well. But anyway, where my Xbox is, I stand my Xbox up vertically, and so this guy is just going to sit right next to it, just like so. And it has little rubber feet on the bottom, so it looks nice compared to say a portable hard drive, which is just a little hunk of plastic that would sit next to my Xbox. I think this looks a lot better, even though it is quite a bit larger. Anyway, like I said, I got it for $30, and it's 2 terabytes, 2 terabytes of space for $30. Now, the only thing that we needed to make sure was that it's USB 3, which this is. Now, I believe this hard drive was made in 2011 or 2012. So I was a bit concerned because I said, maybe the speed of the drives has changed over time or whatever. But I said for $30, you can't go wrong. So I bought this guy for $30, went through the ringer, did crystal mark, all that sort of stuff. It had good speeds, no bad sectors, nothing. It was perfect. It was fantastic. So I was like, all right, let's hook this up to my Xbox. And I hooked it up. The Xbox recognized it immediately, asked me if I wanted to format it. I said yes. Then I transferred all my games onto this external hard drive. So it gave me 2 terabytes of space on my Xbox One for $30. You can't beat that. You buy one of these game drives from Seagate or whatever, and they're like over $200 for a 2 terabyte drive. It's crazy. It's a scam. It's a ripoff. I'm here to tell you that you can use an old hard drive as long as it is USB 3, and you will be fine. So like I said, I got this $30 and increased my storage on my Xbox One by 2 terabytes. And it also looks really, really cool. I love that brushed sort of aluminum metal look. And then this is really funky too. So like I said before, this little knob, okay? So obviously if you put it in the off position, that's gonna prevent the hard drive from turning on. So obviously we want it on, but the more you crank it up, there's like an LED, it's like a blue LED that shines underneath here. So like, I don't know if you could see, but like when it sits, because it has these like little feet, it kind of hovers, the drive itself sort of hovers a little bit off of the ground or wherever, or the desk or wherever you're placing it, because it's got those like little feet. And so when you turn this up, you can turn this knob up to turn up the intensity of the blue LED that shines underneath here. It just looks really cool, especially like when I'm playing games and, you know, I'm in a dark room or whatever, and you just see this sort of pulsing blue glow. It looks very futuristic, looks cool. I don't know. I mean, maybe that's just me. It's an aesthetic thing that I like. But if you don't like it, you can turn it all the way down, and then you won't even see the light. There will be no light. But if you like it cranked up like I do, you just jack it all the way up and you'll get that nice blue glow. But anyway, like I said, pretty short video. I just wanted to let you guys know that you can buy an old hard drive as long as it is USB 3 and plug it into your Xbox or your PlayStation 4, and you're gonna have no problems using that for external storage. And it's way cheaper, way less expensive than buying one of these quote-unquote game drives, you know, from Seagate or whatever, who are charging you a fortune just because it's got, like, I don't know, the Gears of War logo etched on the front of it or something. I mean, it's a bit of a scam in my opinion. I mean, if you like that sort of stuff, by all means, go for it. But for me, this looks a hell of a lot better, and it was super, super cheap. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. And stick around. Next week, I will be cranking out another video. This is Gizmo Joe, signing off.